Continuing to see pretty big weather stretching as far over to Mississippi. But you're getting into the Louisiana area. There's some severe storms pushing through this area. A little bit of tornadic activity as well. You get into Texas and the backside of this system, the temperatures drop off pretty drastically. That's snow falling in portions of central Texas, North Texas, stretching up into Oklahoma. This is a large system that is working this direction. Going to have an impact on our forecast the next couple of days, really beginning to change things. Let's take a look at the hour-by-hour forecast. When will it all arrive? You're getting the overcast conditions overnight. Possible that a couple of communities, a little bit of a southerly lift, pick up a couple of stray showers. Not a lot of rain, so you want to head out tomorrow morning. You can do so. Still overcast, still looking kind of gloomy and ugly, but the big rain isn't here yet. Let's hour by hour this. By noon, you're beginning to see some of those showers spill across the state line, taking a 2 in the afternoon, approaching metro Atlanta. Unfortunately, right as you're thinking, hey, let's drive home from work Monday, let's get in our cars, that's when most of this rain is going to be filling in. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, you're looking at pretty good little thunderstorms moving across portions of North Georgia. That's when the rain really starts to pile up area-wide. How much rain are we talking about? Well, some folks getting a good inch, maybe up close to 2 inches in a couple of locations. So that'll pile on to ground that's already saturated. Won't take a whole lot of rain. 61 degrees with the temperatures falling down overnight. 72 degrees tomorrow, so still feels really good. But yeah, we're still talking about those showers, those storms, and it's going to be windy. East-southeast winds 10 to 15 miles an hour. Quick look at the extended forecast. Here it is, cooling us off just a bit, dropping down in the 60s by New Year's Eve. We're going to be waking up in the new year with temperatures down in the 30s.
All right, thank you, Adam. Well, this week's Wednesday's Child hoped for a forever family this Christmas, but sadly, Rebecca is spending the holidays in foster care. But as Fox's Karen Graham tells us, this teen is not giving up hope.
Rebecca says she never thought she'd be featured on Wednesday's Child, especially after 2 failed adoptions. But she says she's learned to see the bright side of everything, and she hopes there's a family looking for a child like her, a child that's older and now wiser.
She is a 10-year WNBA veteran. She is a former All-American Pac-12 Player of the Year. And Rebecca came ready to prove she can hang with the best of them.
When I grew up, I started playing on teams, started getting better, getting good things from the coaches. You could be a star.
Let's get some shots. Rebecca quickly bonded with Atlanta Dream stars Ronika Hodges and Rashonda Gray.
Off the glass, Rashonda.
Bonding with the family is the one thing she longs for.
It's been a while since I've been in the family.
You see, Rebecca has been adopted twice and given back twice. The emotional trauma has understandably taken its toll on her self-esteem.
So it's really tough because there's been a lot of points where I felt like I have not even felt like I was worth it. Never felt like I'd see this day on Wednesday's Child to get adopted. I felt like nobody wants me.
She says when she feels discouraged, she shoots basketballs and she writes.
When I'm really angry, I write. If I can't say it to the person, I write it. I've attempted to write some books, but it didn't work out.
And even though adoption hasn't worked out so far, Rebecca wants to give it another shot.
I would like a mom and dad. They ain't got to be rich. I just need love. I need somebody that's going to support me all the way.
Until that time comes.
It's okay to ask for help. It's okay. Everybody needs help here now.
Rebecca says she'll do her best to keep her head above the rim.
I'm alive and breathing. See another day. Hopefully I'll see tomorrow.
For more information on adoption, call the Wednesday's Child hotline. The number is 1-877-210-KIDS or visit our website, fox5atlanta.com.
My truck is sexy.
Stolen. A trailer belonging to a Florida military dad was taken this week, leaving him devastated. However, it's what was inside that has him pleading for its return. Fox's Crystal Clark has the details.
I'm into woodworking. I love it and doing it, and it's my therapy.
A maintenance man by trade, Keith Dougherty spends hours inside this workshop at Our Lady Queen of Martyrs Catholic Church in Bradenton. So much time that it's become like a second home. He even kept a personal storage in the parking lot, but on Wednesday morning, his trailer disappeared.
And my employee called me and told me that my trailer's missing.
Inside it, his son's belongings, the last thing he had to remember him after he died serving as a Marine in 2004.
His boots, his uniforms, his battle fatigues. It means nothing to nobody. It only means something to me, my daughter.
Corporal Scott Dougherty was only 20 years old when his battalion was hit with tar bombs in Iraq.
We didn't make it. The second explosion, they had used detonate find out who was who.
Dougherty wears the dog tags taken off his son's body daily, but the rest of what's left of him, his military ribbons, uniform, and old clothes in black duffel bags were kept locked inside his trailer. Along with them, tax documents, new paintball equipment, and family Christmas ornaments he hasn't been able to hang since his son's passing.
Material things don't mean nothing. God gave it to you. You got to take it away.
He has one simple request.
They can have the trailer, everything else. Just let me have the military stuff.
Well, the father has given his number to the community there. He is asking for the person who took the trailer to call him anonymously. Well, helping the homeless is a holiday tradition, but can an act of kindness go too far? Well, that's the debate in one community. Well, Sunday News Edge anchor Doug Evans is here with what you'll see coming up at 11.
Well, Deidre, we could all come up with a long list of things that might help the homeless. How about a meal or shelter or pot? Well, you and I might not have thought about giving marijuana to the less fortunate, but one group did. Where and why are among the things we'll discuss coming up all new and next on the Sunday News Edge.
All righty, Doug, thank you. But this play might have made you jump out of your seat if you're a Falcons fan. Cody talked with Julio Jones after today's game. You'll hear from him next in Fox 5 Sports.
The holiday is here.
All year we've asked, where is the deep ball to Julio? Some people speculated it was because Matt Ryan couldn't throw the ball that far anymore. Well, 15 weeks into the season, and we finally got it. And look at poor Luke Kuechly. He had no shot at out-jumping number 11. It was a 70-yard touchdown, 50 of it in the air from Matt Ryan. He rolled out, kind of looked like a backyard quarterback, waving Julio down the field, launched it. Julio grabs it, and watch him break the tape at the goal line. It was definitely the play of the day. Devontae Freeman says maybe more.
I think that's the best play of the year. I saw that, I'm like, yo, to me, that's the best play of the year.
I thought they said Matt Ryan couldn't throw that far, though.
You know, a lot of people say a lot of things about Matt Ryan. You know, we know what we got here. We know what Matt Ryan is.
And I really don't think there's anybody in the league who's better in that situation than him. And he made a great play, and then to be able to stay on his feet and take it in for a touchdown, that was a huge play in this game.
You know, made a really, really good catch down there. You know, we expect him to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Now, the Falcons didn't make it easy on themselves today, trying to close out the game. They stopped Cam with under 2 minutes to go. It's a nice play there by Justin Durant, but this stop wouldn't end the game. Justin Felder has more on the defense, had to win it twice.
So the crowd and the Falcons sideline, they went crazy. Under 2 minutes to go, the team got the fourth down stop they needed, got the Panthers offense off the field, and then just 18 ticks of the clock later, the defense had to rise up and do it all over again.
Man, I looked at everybody's eyes, man, and everybody just knew we'll get it done.
After that fourth down stop, the Falcons could have run the clock down to around 20 seconds, but a pair of penalties on the offense meant Carolina got the ball back after a field goal with 90 seconds to score.
You know, we had to step up again, so it's a credit to everybody, you know, to get what we did done today.
That second chance lasted only 2 plays. Adrian Claiborne pounced on a fumble to seal up the win.
Once I saw it, I kind of scooped it up and tried to score, but you know, I'm a little slow, so I couldn't get it.
You were close, though. I mean, you almost broke away.
Almost.
That fumble was caused by linebacker Vic Beasley. Just one sack for the rookie, but he was going back and forth with Cam Newton all day long, and he was in the backfield with regularity.
Trying to rake habit in the backfield. I knew Cam was one of those elusive quarterbacks, so trying to press the pocket on him and keep him closed in was definitely a factor.
He's getting his wings up on him, and he's learning how to rush in the NFL, which is completely different. I understand what he's going through, but he's coming along.
Obviously, you know, we had the chip on our shoulder, and we just approached the game with attitude, and we just executed all cylinders.
We knew it was going to be a long game. We didn't know how long it was going to take, but, you know, the expectation all week, the message was expect to win. So I think we handled that today.
The defense did the job the whole game. Carolina's 13 points were the fewest they've scored all year. The previous low was 20 points. That was all the way back in the season opener at the Georgia Dome. Justin Felder, Fox 5 Sports.
So thus ends the Panthers' run at a perfect season. Carolina quarterback Cam Newton ran for 46 yards and a touchdown, but only threw for 142, had no touchdown passes. Now, Carolina still has a first-round bye, and they still have a shot at home field advantage throughout the playoffs. But the Westlake High grad had some harsh words for his team after their first loss.
You know, there's no magic words that needs to be said. You know, you're not about to hear me, you know, wave a wand or do anything like that. We got our kick today, and to a lot of degree, we deserved it, especially the type of way we played, offensively, defensively, and special teams. You know, and I'm talking with the mirror in front of my face.
I hope his mom's not watching. So what about those Falcons' slim playoff chances? They were slim coming in, and depending on some teams losing, that includes the Minnesota Vikings, who right now are leading the Giants by 26 points in the second half. But if somehow the Giants can come back, then we'd have to get the calculator out. We'd have to get the glasses out. There's definitely some math involved and something called strength of victory. Now, the Seattle Seahawks, they did their part to help the Falcons today. They lost to the St. Louis Rams. Todd Gurley going to punch one in from 2 yards out here. The Rams would win this game 23-17. The Falcons would need the Seahawks to lose next week, of course, if the Vikings do lose tonight, which won't happen. Then they'd all be in a three-way tie. And all of that, of course, would assume the Falcons can beat the Saints at home next week. New Orleans was hosting Jacksonville today. In the third quarter, we'd see Drew Brees find Tavares Cadet. He would go in for the touchdown. And the Saints would go up 31-13 at that time. They win 38-23. Falcons play them next Sunday in the Dome. And brave news tonight, the team announcing that longtime assistant coach Bobby Dews has passed away. Dews was a fixture in the Atlanta bullpen for years. He was born down in South Georgia, spent 37 years with the team. And we found the following video in the Fox 5 archive, and we really thought that we should share it with you tonight.
I can't think of one place on this earth that I'd rather be than right here with the Atlanta Braves.
Just thought that was perfect. Dews was 76 years old. We will have more on the Falcons' big win coming up on News Edge Sunday, including more on those dance moves we saw on display throughout the Dome today. Deidre?
Great to see the Falcons bring it home today. Thank you, Cody. Well, it's almost time to ring in the new year. A look at the hard work going to the Times Square celebration.
Fox 5 News.
Police in Fairfield, California are searching for the woman caught on camera throwing a dog. A witness says the woman threw the dog during a heated argument with her boyfriend. Now, the dog does not appear to have been seriously hurt. The witness says the woman stormed off, taking the dog with her. She hasn't been seen since, but animal control officers are trying to find her.
She got in a fight with her boyfriend, and she upset, and she, I don't know, choked the dog.
She's still getting through it?
Yeah, basically.
Animal control officers want to find the woman and the dog soon. She faces animal cruelty charges. An Alabama woman was arrested for stealing an ambulance. Birmingham police say she called 911 because she said she felt dizzy. Well, during the ride to the hospital, she allegedly pulled out a gun and fired 3 times. The emergency responders managed to jump out of the ambulance as the woman got behind the wheel and took off. Police say she led them on a short chase before being cornered. The woman faces several charges tonight. Well, there is less than a week to go until New Year's Eve, and work is underway to get the iconic crystal-covered ball ready for the celebration in Times Square. Nearly 300 new sparkling Waterford crystal triangles are being added to the 2,100 pieces already on it. Well, this year's theme is Gift of Wonder. Organizers say it's supposed to inspire a sense of wonderment, fantasy, and optimism for 2016.
We change 288 of the triangles every year with a new design to create a patchwork of hopes and dreams. This year is the Gift of Wonder, so it's going to be a wonderful year for us.
Nearly 1 million people are expected to squeeze into Times Square for Thursday night's celebration. Well, more major milestones for Star Wars: The Force Awakens. The film crossed the $1 billion mark today in its 12th day of release. It breaks the previous record held by Jurassic World. While the 7th film in the Star Wars franchise also pulled in the best second weekend earnings of all time with $153 million. Helping a little boy get a life-saving treatment. Coming up, how one man's act of kindness is having a big impact on a family that's facing some very tough challenges.
For those
A stranger's act of kindness may prove to be really a life-saving act for a Louisiana family. Now, the Self family needed to get to Baltimore, Maryland very fast. Now, the trip is for their 8-month-old baby Jet, who is battling a rare form of leukemia. Well, Jet was accepted into a trial treatment program in Baltimore. So James Davidson stepped in to offer his company's private jet to the family to travel for the little boy's treatment.
My Congressman Abraham called me and made me aware of it. We're just happy to
help this child at this particular time, and we're where we can, so we're glad to do it, and we wish for good results for him.
An incredible act and so heartfelt. Just look at that little boy's smile. Jet's immune system is so low that taking a commercial flight would have been too dangerous. His treatments will begin tomorrow.